Hello friends, Teo here. Today we're playing some more Harvest Moon, The Lost Valley. I almost forgot which one I was talking about. I've been watching Harvest Moon videos like all evening. I started out watching Lost Valley videos. I was watching some Magic Melody videos. There's all kinds of Harvest Moon stuff. I am really excited for the upcoming Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar remake. There's a lot of people talking about it right now. I'm not watching those videos, but I'm seeing lots of we got friends online. We got Valtrate playing Sea of Stars, of course. Pretty Princess Magical Garden Island. There's a lot of words. Pretty Princess Magical Garden Island. That must be one of the friends I added from Hello Kitty Island Adventure, because I have no idea who that is. But yeah, so that game is coming out soon, at the end of this month, and I'm definitely excited for it. Definitely excited for that game. But I don't want to watch any videos about it because I don't want to be spoiled. I didn't play the original, was it DS or 3DS game? I don't even know at this point, because I was kind of I think it was a DS game. Oh, we revived the goddess. Game over, guys. We finished it. Something I want to talk about. Please come to the spring and bring my bracelet. Okay, cool. I was not expecting that to happen. Are we getting some kind of scene? No, we can just move. It's snowing, so we won't have to water the crops. And we got Sam here. But, yeah, so I'm excited for that. I've never played the game. I don't know anything about it other than I saw some little previews of the Bachelors and Bachelorettes. I didn't really pay that much attention to them, so yeah. It is going to be an all-new experience for me. I am going to be playing it on the channel, so it's exciting. So let's just... all we really have to do is go to the Goddess Spring, and then after we... I'm guessing we're going to see a cutscene here. After we see this, I'm gonna talk about today's topic, but I don't know what she's gonna talk about. I feel like there should be one more sprite. Just, they would be symmetrical if there was a fourth one. No, there's gotta be an animal sprite. Dum da da da. I don't really like that they Natsume put the dum da 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 in there, because that was an original Ranch Story thing. I think she said Panpakapa or something, and I guess they came up with the English dum da da da, but I think it belongs to the old Harvest Goddess character and not this new Harvest Goddess that they created, and so it kind of rubs me the wrong way that they did that. Okay, let's hand over the bracelet and see what happens. The wind snatched it away from me, okay. It looks like it's little slots. We're probably gonna need, yeah, crystals. Oh, we got music? Okay. She wants fish and rice. I think she likes strawberries. That's another thing, they kind of kept the goddess liking strawberries thing from, my volume seems really loud. I'm gonna turn down my speaker's volume a little bit. I might have turned it up when I was playing Pokemon when I was streaming this weekend. That would make sense. Because I had to turn down the capture card volume. And so I'm that's feeding through the PC, and so, yeah. Okay, I have nothing to do today. Yeah, so I do want to mention for a second that I got really hyped about making these videos, and then I started streaming. And even though in the previous videos I was talking about needing a balance and you know, pacing myself and all that kind of stuff, I didn't do that. Instead, I just went kind of hardcore and jumped into 2 big things, and then burnt myself out like I was worried about doing. And I kind of want to make but we have to be able to fill in this water here. Let's see if we can get down there. I don't know where we're gonna put this. Let's just cut some trees. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. The softwood lumber was sent to storage. Okay, let's now that it's 8 o'clock, I want to go back to the spring. But yeah, so I do want to mention that I did do that. I didn't record anything for like 4 days. And maybe 3 days. The last yesterday, I could not keep my eyes open, even though I had been sleeping regularly, like sleeping well. I just was so exhausted, and like I think it's just because I overloaded myself. I do think that okay, the goddess is not here. Did she say she's only here on certain days? You know, I do think I have some physical issues I need to get worked out, and I still need to call my PCP about that, which I also have not done. Phone calls are really difficult for me though. But yeah, I'm gonna wait until 10 o'clock just in case a character appears at the house area. Yeah, so I did do that, which is bad. But now I'm back to the videos. I kind of got a rest. I had kind of a difficult day today, but and then made myself do this. So that's good. I'm already feeling better. Like I talked about before, you know, sometimes action creates motivation, and I really wasn't motivated to do this today, but here I am doing it. So yay. As you can see, when we cut down these trees, like then new ones will start to grow. So by just leaving the trees there, we're almost in a way like, oh no, space in the storage. Okay, we're almost kind of like wasting the like potential new trees. That's probably being a bit much about it, but oh well. Okay, so we have the flower ladies here today. Shouldn't it be spring? Yeah, it should be spring. I did see a little spoiler, and we are going to need pink pansies for like a quest soon, so I think I might actually buy these. If we bought like 20, how much would it cost? 1,200. But I also want to save money for animals. Maybe we'll just, I don't know when we're gonna need that quest. That's all we get from April. Let's talk to her again. That's it. She only has 1 line of dialogue for the entire day. And she's the only, I know we have met the 2 DLC love interests, but she's the only love interest that we have found normally that's here like all the time, and she says yeah, let's sell softwood lumber, and let's just sell all 99. Why not? We can always buy more if we need it. Total ship 10,000. That's gotta be a typo. It's just 1,000, right? I didn't ship 10,000 things. I need to start taking screenshots. I mean, I guess I can just screenshot my video later, but okay, we did make a little money, so let's buy the pink pansy seeds. and we'll grow those. But so today's topic, I haven't even started yet, is I wanted to talk about I think the way I wanted to do this was like this. Yeah. So we'll do 20 here. Maybe we'll plant some more tomorrow. I don't know. Because we're kind of running out of things to do. We may as well plant and make some money. But I wanted to talk about avoiding consuming negative content. This is something I think a lot of people struggle with. I was gonna say I don't struggle with it that much, but yeah, I do, because even thinking about it, I've been having trouble with it recently. Not as bad, but when I get into where I'm just doom scrolling and consuming tons of online content, you run into this more and more, and you're more and more tempted to consume this content, and even worse, interact with it. And a really good example of what I'm talking about is oh, we have these. We can plant these. Maybe if I have more time, we'll plant some basil seeds and some soybean seeds. But first, pink pansy seeds. So anyway, like just before I started this video up, I was like waiting for Husbando to go to bed, and I wanted to, I was just messing around on YouTube, just watching random videos and stuff. And this video came up in my feed because I watch Pokemon videos, and it was called like Game Freak Hates Pokemon and Hates You for Liking It. And I don't remember what the thumbnail was, but it was something. And you know, this kind of video could be a rage bait or something, but it could also be like an actual, like, what I hesitate to call criticism. Well, I guess it would still be called a criticism, but criticism sounds nice because there can be, like, you know, like constructive criticism, and you know, there's good criticism. You know, criticism on its own sounds like a good thing, I think, when it comes to criticizing games and stuff like that. But this was probably a video just full of hyperbole and just making a really negative statement without any, like, positive balance to it or anything. I didn't watch it because, like I'm saying, you don't consume this kind of content. It's probably, instead of trying to describe what it probably is, since I didn't watch it, it's probably just extremely negative, and the entire point of a video like that is probably to get other people in on the negativity and to start bashing Pokemon and like spreading negativity. And I think that's really different from, like, you know, like a constructive criticism. You know, it's totally okay. You know, Pokemon is a very flawed series, and they do make a lot of questionable decisions, and I can understand having a lot of strong feelings and having a lot of negative things to say about Pokemon, but you can do it in a constructive way. And saying that, like, the developer hates the game and they hate you and all, like, that's already on its own sounds like rage bait at best. And I actually did fall for a rage bait today in the same YouTube viewing session. It was basically like I played the worst JRPG series ever, and it was obvious from the thumbnail it was talking about my favorite series, the Saga series, and it was indeed rage bait. Without going too much detail, basically the guy just said some hyperbolic insults about each game without really going into them. It was very clear he only played them for about 10 minutes, or if he played more than that, he didn't even try to talk about, like, most of what the games had to offer. the whole point of this kind of content is to make you feel a negative way, either in agreeing with the negativity and then spreading it to others by talking about it, or by disagreeing with it and wanting to argue about it. But because there's not any actual like constructive argument there, it's just leading you to fight. And generally the point of this is not just to be a negative impact on the world, but to generate interaction with their videos so they can get clicks and they can get comments and stuff that will make their video more likely to be seen, more likely to be clicked, and at the end of the day, sell ads. And which, you know, it's, I guess, a valid strategy, but my point is that that kind of stuff brings you down. And when you surround yourself with that kind of like negative content, and I'm only talking about rage bait right now, but it gets a lot worse. Like there's active, like when you go on social media and stuff, like there's so much negative content, and in those cases it's not even about selling ads or getting clicks or anything, because these are just other negative people who are just wanting to be negative because, you know, maybe they expose themselves to the negativity too much. We got lots of stuff planted, and they need an outlet now for their negativity because they've exposed themselves too much to it. And I have been like that in the past, you know, where I have just surrounded myself with negativity, and then I want to be negative myself. And that's kind of my point here, that I was wanting to make, is that surrounding yourself with that kind of content puts you in a bad mood. It makes you feel negative. It makes you talk about negative things, and it brings the people around you down. And I talked in an early video about cutting out negative influences in your life. You know, and in that case, I was talking about things like cutting out social media altogether, and also talking about getting rid of negative people. And I did have to I had to read the prompts to know which button I needed to press. But I did have to get rid of a longtime friend recently, and because they were a person who surrounded themselves with negativity all the time. They were constantly talking about the negative YouTube videos they were watching, the negative articles they were reading. They didn't read very much. They like only watched videos, but they were just constantly talking about the negativity, and then they always wanted to argue. They always wanted to bring down the things that I liked, even to the point where they were bringing down the things they liked, and like it was just, they just always had a negative attitude about everything. And I think when you surround yourself with that kind of negative content and negative opinions, you know, and I'm not talking, like, I want to be clear that I'm not talking about constructive criticism. Like, you can say things that are not positive. Like, I've said many things, you know, critically about Natsume games as I play this game. There's a difference between saying, you know, Natsume has made some questionable design decisions, and I wish they would have, you know, done this differently. And because of that, their games have, you know, fallen to a level of critical failure, pretty much. And when I say critical failure, I mean they get bad reviews. And, you know, because of some of the design decisions they made, and I wish they would be more clear. I even have said some things, you know, I think they make some marketing decisions that I view as kind of scummy. But that's very, you know, that's like normal criticism. But then if I were to make a video that was like, Natsume hates Harvest Moon, and if you play it, you suck, and like, you should like hate all other Harvest Moon players or something, like, I don't know, like those kinds of like videos, like sometimes they're rage bait, and sometimes they're just people like honestly like spreading that kind of opinion because they truly like believe you should look down on anyone who supports Natsume's Harvest Moon or Pokemon or whatever it is, like, this is like, they're like actively wanting you to feel bad and make others feel bad, and that's very different than like just criticizing something you like or something you don't like. Like, I can talk about what's something I don't like that I don't like shooter games. I don't really have anything bad to say about shooter games. They're just not really my thing. I don't know. I can't think of anything, but let's go ahead and stop this right here. I come up with an idea of something that I really truly did. Mario Kart World. I dislike Mario Kart World, and I kind of went on a rant about Mario Kart World in one of my Pokemon streams recently on Twitch, and I truly think it's a bad game with a lot of bad design decisions. I was really upset and disappointed by the game. It really let me down. I don't like playing it. I feel I regret having spent money on it. So Mario Kart World is something I do not like. And I did have a couple small things nice to say. Actually, I like the character costumes. That's it. Everything else about the game. But in the same vein, there are people out there who love Mario Kart World, and despite all of the flaws I see in the game, there are people who see those as good things and, are actually like those decisions that Nintendo made in developing the game. They should be allowed to like the game without, I can say my criticisms of the game, but when I step into saying you shouldn't like this game, or you should feel bad for liking this game, or you're wrong for liking this game, that's different. That's different. When you get into like maybe social political topics or something, then you can start to say, you having certain views is problematic or whatever, and it gets more complicated. And I did have some socio-political topics in these videos. I hope I didn't get too negative in them, because I don't want you guys consuming negative content, as I'm telling you not to do right now. But just my point is, there's content out there. Some of it is rage bait, clickbait kind of stuff, but it still accomplishes the same thing, which is spreading negativity, making people feel bad, and encouraging people to feel bad, and encouraging people to make other people feel bad. And it's just, some people thrive off this negativity. I had a theory in the past that people, their lives are boring, and this kind of drama makes their life more interesting. And so their brain is like, oh, this is better than boring, so we'll go with that. And there's probably more to it than this. I'm not a psychologist, but and then some of it is just intentional bad feelings, like on social media, like other people are just negative people, and sometimes they create negative content. So when you're scrolling through social media and you see a negative post, even if you want to say something positive, just don't interact. Maybe downvote it or dislike it or something to, make other people less likely to see it. But other than that, don't interact. Don't comment, because then you're kind of bringing those negative feelings and into yourself. And even when you do argue back and say the good thing that you like about whatever they're bashing or whatever that is, you're still you don't really feel good about doing that. At least I don't. You kind of feel validated that your anger against that thing was let out or something, but it's not really a positive feeling. It's neutral at best. So yeah, I've been talking a lot about this. We need to end the video, so I'm just gonna go here. I got a new Pikachu shirt, which is really cool. I really like this shirt. Very nice. It says Pikachu in Japanese, and it says Pokemon in English under it, and it's very cute. It's gray. Goes with different pants that I have. I want to get some more graphic tees. I really like graphic tees. I kind of moved away from a lot of ones I had in the past, and I started only wearing long sleeves, and now I can only wear long sleeves. It's like a sensory issue thing. And like, I really liked long sleeves before, and then like I got to the point where I can only wear long sleeves. Like, I have not worn like a short sleeve shirt in like 15 years. Like, it's all long sleeves. Like, it's warm right now. Like, this is very warm. Like, I'm a little sweaty wearing this, but it's better. I'd rather be kind of icky and sweaty and too warm than feel the air on my arms. I don't know. Don't ask me. But so a lot of my graphic tees, short sleeves that I used to wear. Sometimes I used to wear, like in college, I started doing the long sleeve thing. I would wear the short sleeve tees over a long sleeve tee. Yeah, but that gets way too hot. Where I would so I'd rather just wear the long sleeve by itself. And so I want to get some more graphic long sleeve tees because I really like them. I like graphic tees. Like, other than I just have plain colored tees, and like, that's nice to have, I guess, but you know, I'm a nerd and want to advertise my interests for free without being paid or sponsored to do it. Okay, we need to end the video. It's like almost 30 minutes now. It's 26 minutes. It's like gonna be the longest video in this series, except for the first one. So everybody, thank you for watching. Stay away from negative content, and I'll try not to make negative content. I might get a little negative in some of these videos, but I try to keep it positive overall, so that your overall experience at the end of the video is a positive feeling, or at least, you know, thoughtful, neutral. You know, I don't want it to be negative. So let's, even though saying negativity is bad, that's kind of a negative thing in any way, but let's keep positive vibes. Stay watching positive content. Go ahead and watch critical content, but keep your vibes positive. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.